Hello guys, and welcome to another video. In this video guys, I will let you know after the recent update, the after hours update for Grand Theft Auto 5, I've been having problems. I've went and I've downloaded the new update for Ragplugin hook and for Script Hook 5. Put it in and still having problems. My problem is um, I I would go over here and start up Ragplugin hook. Ragplugin hook would start, it would load, and all the messages would come up, loading this plugin, that plugin, but it would stay stuck on loading story mode. It would stay on that, stay on that, stay on that, stay on that, and it would not move off that screen. So what I did, I stopped the game and I came down here and just started GTA 5 the normal way. Well, it would get to the screen where it would ask you, do you want to play story mode or online? And of course you pick story mode. So it started loading and then the game would crash. So what I did, I went to, this is my GTA directory here. As you can see, LSPDFr is not installed, neither is plugins. So what I did, I went my folder for LSPDFr, I just took it out. My folder for plugins, I just took it out. I left everything else down here, I believe. LES, the folder for LES, I took it out, but I still left these down here. So after I did that, I went down here, started GTA 5, loaded perfectly, no problems. So the problem lies with either the plugins, LSPDFR itself, or ELS. I doubt that it's ELS and LSPDFR. I doubt it was those. It's one of the plugins that every now and again some plugins have to be updated if the game is updated. Very little plugins have to do that, but there are some that will have to do that. So what I'm going to do is reinstall LSPDFR, and I'm going to reinstall ELS while I'm at it, and I will reinstall Traffic Policer and basically ALBO, all his mods or his plugins. I'm going to reinstall those because I normally do not have a problem with his plugins having to be updated. But you may have to update ALBO COmmon right here. Sometimes you have to update that. This one here is updated. As you can see, it says July 23rd, so that's his latest one. So I'm gonna get started with LSPDFR install. And this folder here is just my flash drive. When I download any mods or plugins or anything, I download it to a flash drive. That's just how I do that. I don't download it to the computer itself. Even my backup game of GTA 5 is on, it's not on a flash drive, but it's on an external hard drive, which is this right here. So sometimes when I have an excuse me, sometimes if I have a problem and I can't figure out what it is, I go to my computer and I just take out all of GTA 5, just take it out, and I go to my external hard drive where I have my backup, and I copy it back in, and I just start fresh. He just give me a fresh start instead of having to make a backup copy on my computer and just use up more space. That's just how I do it. But I don't want to do that this time. I'm trying to do this quick fix, I guess you could say, because I want to keep all of my cars I've already installed and all of that. So let me go to LSPDFr, the latest one, which is this one. And this is going to pop up. Of course, we don't need that. I'm going to click setup. And wait for it to ask me if I want to do setup. Yes, of course I do. English, yeah. I guess that's what I speak. I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand myself, to be honest. Alright, next. I do agree. Next. C programs, Chris L, yeah, games, yeah, that's right. And you want to make sure you got this going to wherever you have GTA installed. And normally, of course, you should already have GTA installed first before you get to this. I mean, you pretty much have to. And normally, the LSPDF automatically detect where it's installed. Sometimes, if you have it installed in two places, like I do, sometimes you may have to make sure it's looking in the right place you want it to install. So click next, install all of that. Okay, it did say launch LSPDR for the first time. Click finish. Make sure that's clicked. Make sure that's checked, by the way. Okay, let's get this down off the screen. Okay, you want to click next. Yeah, and that's the Rage plugin hook license, which of course the one that comes with LSPDFr is out of date. So what you want to do is click show license. And this little countdown is there to try to make you read that, but of course I'll take you to one read that. Okay, you want to click do it for me. Okay, you got two clicks right here, show settings or do it for me. Click do it for me. Okay, and I always click preload all models. That's just what I do. This right here, I do not mess with that. I just leave it right there and click save. Okay, now what you have to do is come back. Remember that the Rage plugin hook for LSPDFr is out of date. So you want to make sure, and guys, I'm saying this assuming that you have LSPDFr already download and Rage plugin hook already download. If not, you have to download, LSPDFr, of course, from the LFPDFR website. And I believe Rage plugin hook is let's see, let's go to, where do I want to go to? Let's click back. He had it on here. I don't know if it's ragepluginhook.net or ragepluginhook.com or what. Rage plugin hook website. Okay, it don't say, but if you was to type, and I can't type, it's ragepluginhook.net. That's what it is, ragepluginhook.net. So that's where you have to download Rage plugin hook from. So I'm gonna go to my flash drive and I'm just gonna type in Rage, and I need to delete these out of date versions, but this is the latest version right here. And I'm gonna highlight all of these. I'm going to hold down Control key and I'm going to click off License and SDK, and I'm going to drag all of these over here. Don't drag it up here into a folder, drag it right here, or you can drag it off to the side right here. And you want to, if it asks you to replace, which it should, because you've already installed the older version where you did LSPDFr, just click yes, replace. Now LSPDFr folder is back up here, plugins is back right here, and the only plugin I got is for LSPDFr. Now I'm going to use some plugins by ALBO, or not ALBO, I'm thinking of dog food, ALBO, and let's see, what do he have? LSPDFr Plus by ALBO1125. I always forget the numbers behind it, but I do remember ALBO. So and what I do is, before I drag it over, I go to where the files are, which is, let me go back, so LSPDFr Plus, and then if you click again, you got Grand Theft Auto, you got documentations. Basically, documents is, he's going to tell you about the plugin and how to install it and all of that. So if you're new to doing this, then always read the documentation, or someone may say read me. He has said documentation. Always read that, because he's going to tell you how to install the plugin. But once you get familiar with installing all the plugins, 99% of them you know how to install. But before I drag the plugins over, I like to go in and look at the INI file, which is LSPDFr Plus INI. And sometimes in here, it'll ask you things that's gonna be specific to your game. Like it'll say, sometimes it'll say officer name. And if you see that, of course, you don't want the officer name to be ALBO. You want it to be whatever you're gonna call yourself in game. But this is right here, like select true, sets automatic pursuit for AI. That's the game's thinking. That's the game, what the game is controlling. AI, artificial intelligence, to be activated when going on duty. This can be altered in game at any time. Default automatic true, but if you don't want that to be, what you just do, you would just backspace true and put in false instead of true. I'm gonna leave it at true. And what you would do, you would just read through these and see if there's anything you want to change. And if you do change something, you go up here, you would click file, and you would click, go down and click save, and it would save your changes. And by me doing it over here before I drag it over to my actual game file, if I go back and I have to reinstall this plugin again, it already have my changes on it. I won't have to go back and do all the changes back over. So I'm going to click plugin, and I'm just going to drag it down into here somewhere, and it's in there. Now this is Rage Native. If it's your first time doing this, go on and click on this and drag it all over there. But I already have all of this over there, so I'm not going to drag it. And sometime the ALBO COmmon DLL, I would, this is just me, but I would recommend downloading his latest ALBO COmmon DLL by itself and installing that after you install in all of his plugins, because you're gonna need, for his plugins to work, you need this. But sometimes he just update this by itself so he can work with all of his plugins. I already have his latest one right here installed, so I'm not going to replace it. So that was the LSPDFr Plus, and another one he have is Traffic Policer. And so what I'm going to do is the same thing. Go to Grand Theft Auto, and now here what you want to do, you want to drag over plugins and LSPDFR. You need both of those for this plugin to work. Drag it over there. So now some mods you download we just have a plugins folder. Some will have a plugins and LSPDFR folder. So you will want to drag both of them over. Okay. So that was Traffic Policer. And I'm going to, what was one of his other ones? Police Smart Radio. Let's see if it's this. Police Smart Radio, yep. And by the way guys, I have, what is this? You need a, you're gonna need something to open these zip files. I forgot to tell you. And what am I using? I cannot remember. Oh, I'm so sorry. It'll come back to me. I know it will. And so now this will just have plugins. So I'm gonna drag that over there. Go to the next one, which is he have Traffic Policer, he have Arrest Manager. I'm gonna drag both of these files over. Traffic Policer, Arrest Manager. What else does he have? I know he have assorted callouts. Like I said, all of these plugins I'm moving over is by ALBO1125, I believe. Traffic Police, Arrest Manager, assorted callouts, Police Smart Radio. I think I'm missing one of his. I can do this and see what comes up. LSPDFR Plus. Okay, this is another one of his. Foot Pursuit Aid. I already got Arrest Manager, Traffic Policer, Smart Radio, ALBO COmmon. That's what I was telling you about. Sort of call outs. We already got that. And some of these you're gonna see twice because he updated them, and I just haven't went through and deleted the old ones. Okay, I think we got them all. except for foot pursuit aid. So we go and do that, and drag it over here. And one other thing I'm gonna drag in here that he is not one of his is Computer Plus. Now Computer Plus and LSPDR Plus kind of works together. That's where you go back to your car, you hold down E on your keyboard, and then the computer come up, and you can research people's names, and you know their ID will come up, their picture, their car information, you know, all of that stuff. That's what Computer Plus is. And if I'm not mistaken, you need LSPDFR Plus too. Okay, so we going to exit out of all of those. I'm going to click on Rage. Now I have Rage shortcut here, but if you don't have a shortcut, you could go down to where you see Rage right here and left click on it, right click on it, I'm sorry, send to desktop, create shortcut. Here, create the shortcut for you. And you can do the same thing with Grand Theft Auto. Is it this one? I thought it had Grand Theft, no, right here, Grand Theft Auto Launcher. You can do the same thing with that. Okay, so what I want to do is right click on this. I want to click Properties. I want to click Advanced and run it as administrator. Yep, that's good. I want to do the same thing down here for Grand Theft Auto 5. Properties, Advanced, run as administrator. Okay, we good. Now I'm gonna start Rage and see if this fixed the problem I had. And now if the game starts up like it's supposed to, then I know it was one of the other plugins. So what I would do is I just have the plugins I want one by one. Now like I said, I never make a backup version on my computer. I make it on my external hard drive. Now every time I click on no, it does nothing. So what I have to do, I have to go down here and close it like this, wait a few seconds and start it back. Okay, F4, that's good. Now F4 is when you're in game and you hit F4, the simple native trainer will come up. I'll show you that when we get in game. And I always I go to plugins and I always check off load all plugins. Okay, so what it's gonna do when it start up, of course it's gonna load LSPDFR first, and it's gonna load Foot Pursuit Aid. And for my computer, I have to go over here. Now your computer may be different. I have to go over here and I have to check force window mode and force borderless window. I have to have those checked. I don't know why some people don't have to do it. I don't know, it may be just my computer, but I have to have those two checked. Okay, and I'm going to click save and launch. I'm going to click OK, and this is telling you that you could hit the shift key when you see Rage plugin hook loading up if you want to change some settings. But you really don't have to hit the shift key. You can just hit the setting icon right here and hit a stop Rage and hit to go back to the screen we just came off of when I clicked borderless window and and load all plugins, it'll go back to that. So I'm give it a minute to initialize the actual game and get the game started. Now, your computer may be faster than mine or maybe slower. It don't matter, it's gonna do the same thing. So if yours running a little bit slower than mine, then that's fine. I don't think anybody's computer runs slower than mine though, just saying. I think mine is the slowest one out there. So now this was the problem I have. It would go through this. It would go through this same thing. You know, run just fine. But then when we get to the next screen, now when we get to this screen, it would show all of these, and it would, you see where it say loading story mode? It would just say loading story mode, where it would say loaded LSPDFr plus and whatever plugins I had. But it would just stay on this screen and just stay on it and stay on it and stay on it. I mean, I started this up. I went out back to kind of clean off my lawnmower because I was cutting grass earlier, and I came in to cool off. I was like, well, I'm gonna play LSPDFr song. So I started this up and I went back out, you know, to clean off my lawnmower. Came back in and it was still on this screen. I was like, what's going on? And so let's see if it'll work. Like I said, yours probably being started up by now. Sometimes mine's take a minute. Okay, so it actually loaded in. Now, what you can do. Oh, by the way, before I say that, the Ragplugin hook, if you hit F4, this will come up. If you hit F4 again, now this may not come up for you, but for me, this will come up. But if I hit F4 again, this will come up. This is the native trainer where you could go in, you could do simple things. Hold on, let me get this off the screen. You could do simple things like if you hit 2, you go down. If you hit 8, it'll go back up, and then if you go down, you want to do something with your vehicle, you hit 5. You know, if you want to spawn a vehicle, hit 5 again, and then if you hit 2, it'll go to the next sequence of vehicles. But let's say if you want to just go over, hit 6, and it'll go over. And then if you hit 4, it'll go back. If you hit 2, it'll go to the next sequence. If you want to go back to the sequence you just left, you just hit 8. Okay, if you want to just get out of this, just hit 0 until you get out of it. Okay, so you could go on duty 2 ways, as you guys know. You could go on duty by actually going to a police station, which is these little, I call them sheriff stars. My controller is broke, by the way, so I'm not gonna be able to do anything much until I go to the store and get another controller. I stepped on mine just when I was getting ready to make this video. It fell on the floor and I did not know it, and I stepped on something, I heard something go, and well, it was my controller. Okay, but yeah, you could go to one of these locations and go on duty, or you could just bring up this screen. Mine is F4, and you could type in force, F-O-R. You can just type in F-O-R, and down there where you see force duty, when you see that, just hit the tab button and then hit enter, and it'll force you. So now you're on duty. Even though you're in street clothes, the game recognize you as a police officer. Now, the first time you load in these plugins, especially
Attention all
by
units. We've got a criminal resisting arrest in Vinewood Hills.
okay,
Gunshots
especially
reported.
by
All units
Apple,
respond code 99.
it's gonna ask you about this. This screen is gonna pop up, and basically what it is, he's gonna ask you, do you want to enable these buttons for your police radio? So this first question is, do you need help doing this? You hit 1 for yes, you need help. You hit 2 for no. If you hit 1 for yes, what's gonna happen is he's gonna automatically send you to a video where he's gonna automatically play a video. Now your game will still be right here, so you have to stop your game or minimize your game so you can see the video. I mean, otherwise you hear the video playing in the background, but you still see the game. That's how my computer do it, anyway. But since I don't need help, I'm gonna hit 2. Now he's gonna ask me, do you want to enable this button for your Police Smart Radio? I'm gonna hit yes, and I always hit yes for all buttons. And that's just my preference. You can hit 2 to disable it, and what it'll do, it'll disable that button until the game see that you need to use that button. If the game see that you need to use that button, then that button will automatically show up on your Police Smart Radio. So I'm gonna keep hitting 1 for every button that comes up. Now, that's that. And what that did now, it took you off duty. You see first response, LSPDFr loaded right back up. So what it did, it resetted your game, basically. Your game did a reset. So what you gotta do now is hit F4 and go back on duty, force duty. If you're at the police station, you have to go back in and go back on duty. So I see force duty, I'm gonna hit tab, I'm gonna hit enter and hit F4 again. I'm gonna hit F4 again, I'm gonna hit F4 one more time. Now, hit some more buttons. Do you want to enable this button? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Attention Unit
Yes,
1,
I do.
Zebra 18. We have a
Now,
traffic alert in...
You see all the plugins? All the plugins I installed has loaded up, and you notice all of them by ALBO. That's all I loaded up. But now I gotta do it one more time. So F4, force duty, go back on duty. That should have took care of all the buttons. Okay, so I taken care of all the buttons and all the plugins right there is what I installed. And that's my name I'm using, Detective Games. You all know me, Detective Games. Auto slaves, yeah, auto save. Okay, so now.
Attention Unit 1, Lincoln 18. We have an officer in need of assistance in West Vinewood.
So what I want to do, I'm just doing that to see if my car stayed installed that I already installed.
We're on our way.
So I'm gonna hit F4, hit F4 again. I'm gonna hit 8 to go up to player, not player. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hit 5. Hit 5 again, and I'm gonna hit 2 until I see what's gonna come first. I think FBI. I'm gonna hit 2 until I see FBI. I see it, so I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna hit 4 until I get the FBI and hit 5. So nope, my game did not keep. At least it did not keep the FBI. because my FBI I believe was the Impala. I'm going to hit 5, 5, and I'm just gonna go until I see police. Okay, I'm gonna hit 5. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, in case you don't know, how to install um, police cars. I'm gonna quit the game. And what it's doing is saving my game. Alright. So you're gonna need open IV or open 4, depends on how you wanna say it. I say open IV. Okay. Um, click over that. Okay, click on Windows. Oh, and it's got an update. That's probably why. That's probably why. So while that's updating, I'm gonna go to my, excuse me, I'm gonna go to my flash drive where I have my vehicles. Bring that over here. And I'm gonna show you the Impala. Somebody was asking me how to install the Impala the other day, and I promised I would make a video on how to do that. So this is what I'm going to do, and the Impala should be fairly new. Is it this one? July, yep. So while this is updating, I don't have the fastest internet in the world, guys, so it's almost finished. So I'm gonna click on this. Now, VCF is basically, excuse me, it's basically the LES, emergency lighting system, for the Impala that the author or the person who made this vehicle recommend. So I'm gonna go to my Grand Theft Auto directory, the same directory that you got your plugins, all that in, the same one. And as you can see, I don't have LES over here. So let's go back. Let's go back, and if you don't have LES, okay, hold on, I don't know what that's doing. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna punch in LES, and I'm looking for LES right here. 1.0, what's that, 5? Okay. Wait for this little message to pop up. Your computer may not do it, but mine pop up that little message every time. And I'm gonna go here to installation, Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'm gonna get the folder LES and drag it over. Now I have all the rest of these installed. If you don't have this installed, or if you just want to do it to make sure, you would drag all of this over. But I have, what's that, Events Hook 5 already installed, and right here, and then I have the 2 LES LESI, which is this one, LES ASI, which is that one installed. So I already have them installed. The only reason I don't have only reason I did not have that folder installed, remember at the beginning of the video I told you I took it out. Now we're going to go back. I'm going to go on and open LES over here, my directory right here. Remember, my LES in my main directory, and then I'm going to open pack default, and it's already gonna have police in there. Now, what you can do, you can do this one or two ways. This here that says police, you can make a copy of it and paste it right back in the same folder. And you could go in, click on it again, and you can rename it FBI. And just leave it there. And you could use just this simple alias for that vehicle. Or if you're using a sheriff vehicle, you can just punch in sheriff. If you're using sheriff 2, punch in sheriff 2. And it will work for all of that. You just want to make sure if you're punching in, say, sheriff, that the vehicle that's actually in the game is an alias vehicle. Otherwise, it may crash or cause problems with your game. Okay. Now, this police vehicle, police right now is not an alias vehicle, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm not going to play the game right now. I'm just doing this, to show you guys. So I'm going to do the FBI. So I'm putting in FBI, hit enter. FBI is in there. I could close that. And now we can go back to the Impala. I downloaded it twice, I think. This should be the latest one right here. Yep, that's the latest one. Now, if you don't know which Impala I'm talking about, let's see if I can show you. Here, where am I? Let me click downloads. I know you see it in game, but click on vehicles, and he updated it about a week ago, so it should be near the beginning. That's the Pontiac. Here's the same person that did this Pontiac right here. Blank Ghost. So this is the Impala I'm talking about. Unmarked Chevy Impala LTZ. And yep, today is what, the 27th, I believe. I'm making this video. And see, he updated it on the 16th. Alright, so what you want to do is go to update. Click on update. If I can click on it, click on update, click on S64, click on DLC packs, and now what you want to do, go to your last patch date for these vehicles. So if this is your first time doing this, make sure you go to your last patch day for vehicles. Even if you're installing an old vehicle that's been out from years ago, when you install it to your last patch day. So patch day, and this is the recent one, 19. I've been using 18, but now there's a 19, so I'm gonna use 19. I'm gonna go DLC packs, S64, levels, patch day 19, vehicle models. Okay, I'm going to click edit, copy to mods folder, hello guys, I told you something wrong. Let's back up. Let me click back. GTA 5, I'm sorry, vehicle RPF. So when you get to here where it say levels, click levels, GTA 5 vehicle RPF. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about three things at once. Now, right here, it says show it. It asks me to show it in mods, or it may ask you to copy the mods. Whichever one, just do it. Okay, so now this is all the vehicles. You got YTF, and down here you got YTD. Now, when you're doing this, you may not have all these vehicles. He may not show all these vehicles. He may show a few, may not show any. That's perfectly fine. As long as you in this spot, where you see vehicles RPF, and you click on that, and the next screen that comes up, you should have fragment right here. You should see that. If you go down, you should see these, but you may not see the vehicles in there. You may see some. I've never seen this many vehicles right here, but that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to click on the Impala, and I'm going to click on replace. And right here, you notice I already got FBI. I think when I downloaded this, it didn't have FBI. I could be wrong, but let's just say if it had police. Only thing you need to do if you want it to be installed in the FBI spot, or let's say I want it to be installed in the police spot, I would just delete the FBI part, leave the .ytd, but the part that say FBI, just backspace that, and I will punch in police, but I would have to do that for all four. And when it install, it's going to install in the police spot. Okay, and vice versa. If it said police, but you want to install in FBI, just punch in FBI, hit enter. Well, hit enter, and here to ask you, do you want to save that change? And of course, you hit yes, but you would do it. You would have to do it for all four files. So if you have 3 files, for 3 files. If you only have 2 files, for 2 files. All of them will have to say the same. Okay. So what you want to do is click on all 4 of these, or 3 or 2, how many files you have right there, and bring it over. Now that's installed, and usually he install it at the bottom of each section. So you got FBI, YTD, and YFT right here. So you can click on that, and the Impala should pop up. There you go, the Impala. Now, I know in the picture it had black, but don't worry, when this show up in the game, it's going to be black. And if it do show up white, you can always go in and change the color. But I'm pretty sure it showed up as black. I don't remember having to change the color. Now, one thing, I'm going to close this, just hit edit mode. But now if you have multiple vehicles you want to do, remember the emergency vehicles are FBI, FBI 2, police, police 2, police 3, police 4, sheriff, sheriff 2. You got fire truck, you got ambulance, you have police old 1, you have police old 2. Now, before we move on, let me suggest something. For instance, FBI 2 and Sheriff 2 is SUV vehicles. I highly recommend that if that slot is meant for an SUV vehicle, that you replace it. If you replace it, that you replace it with an SUV vehicle. If you replace it with the car may not act right. You may be slightly trying to turn the car in the game and hit a flip over, or the car may only go 30 miles per hour or something. So just keep that in mind. Now, okay, I'm going to leave this open for now because I want to change the SM. We'll see when we get there. Anyway, you're going to click edit mode off of that after you install all your vehicles, and go on and close it. And I'm going to pull back up my main directory, my ELS, my pack default, and this FBI right here. I want to change it. I'm going to use the ELS file that came with the car. See, I already say FBI. Now, like I said, if this didn't say FBI, if it said, for instance, police, I would just do it the same way. I would just click it and take out the FBI part and put in police. But since it say FBI, I'm going to drag it over, and it's going to ask me to replace, and I'm going to say yes. So now this is the emergency lighting system that the person who made the Impala recommends to use with the Impala. So now we're gonna fire this back up. Everything's closed. Gonna fire this back up. And guys, I'm not planning on editing any of this because I want you to see real time how it's working for me. So if you're following me on your computer, like I said, your computer may be faster or your computer may be slower. If your computer faster, then just wait till my computer catch up. Or if your computer's slower, just pause the video until your computer catch up. But I doubt your computer is slower than mine. Maybe. When I got this computer, and it's a gaming computer, so to speak, but the graphics was not the best. So as you can see over here, I got the, well, now you can't see, I got the GTS Force graphics card, installed that. I increased the memory on my computer, and that's what I'm using a Acer Windows 10, can't remember the model number, but they called it a gaming computer, and it played the game, but the graphics was not the graphics you would like to see. Just the graphics was, I think, the lowest graphics possible for them to say, yes, this is a gaming computer. I think they did the bare minimum. But, you know, I just got this computer because I just wanted to play some games. I didn't want nothing way out there expensive. You know, I'm just a regular guy. You know, I'm on a budget like everybody else, but I had to get the graphics card. And when I ordered the graphics card, I went on to order a new memory stick because I had another spot for the memory. So what we're going to do, we're not going to go and do it because we know that the plugins work. I'm just going to find a spot. I'm going to hit F4 again. I'm going to go down to vehicle spawn, then I'm going to go to FBI? Oh, wrong one. Go over, do this again, right there. Okay, so there's the Impala. I'm gonna hit 0, get out of that. You get in the car. Well, like I told you guys, my controller works, so I can't go forward. My controller is broke. But let's see if the lights work. Okay, so what I need to do, if your lights, you see how my lights are dim, they working, but they're dim. One thing I need to do is go in and I'm gonna install Radiance V. Radiance V, that's what I'm going to install, because see how dim my lights are? So if you want to stick around while I do that, then feel free to. I'm getting ready to do it now. But you can see that the lights are working. can see them better in the back, but they're kind of dim. So we're going to end the game, and I'm going to click on my drive, and I think I still have it downloaded. I believe it's Radiance V right here, Radiance V. And you're gonna need, I think you need OpenIV, so let me go on and have that opening up, and I'm looking for his readme. It's been a while since I installed this particular, that's settings, maybe it's in pictures, no, let's see what this pop up. Okay, I'm looking for his readme file. Is it that? Okay, this is his readme file. So we going to, I can't see my mouse. Where's my mouse? Oh well. Installation. Use OpenIV to replace the corresponding visual settings. So we're going to use package install location. I thought he was going to use package installer, but we're going to go to update RPF common data. So we just gonna minimize this, put it right there. So we're gonna go to update RPF common data, and visual settings. Let's see. So he's got bright and very bright. I'm just gonna use bright. Okay, so this is it, visual settings. So let's make sure we see, there we go, right here, visual settings.dat, visual settings.dat. Hit edit, copy to mods. So now I want to save this. This is the original settings that came with the game. So I'm just going to drag it out here to my desktop. Okay, I already got that's out there somewhere, but okay. Now I'm going to drag the one from Radiance V over here. And that's it. Click edit, exit out of that, and I had left this open just in case I forgot the path, but now we're going to restart the game right back up. So let me tell you guys what happened to me today. So I went out, you know, mostly, well, I ain't gonna say mostly, you know, but I have a motorcycle, you know, and it felt good this morning. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, go ride my motorcycle a little bit. Riding my motorcycle, you know, went to make a left turn. You know, I was on not a busy highway, but you know, I was on the highway, but it didn't have a lot of traffic, you know. So I was coming up to a traffic light, and I said, you know, I'm gonna turn left here, you know, just head back home. And the traffic light was red, but as I got closer, it turned green. Well, it threw me off because I was like, okay, I'm going this speed. Do I need to downshift? Do I need to match? What do I need to do? So I chose not to downshift. Tried to make the turn. Made it too wide, ran up over the curve. I didn't fall. The bike just went on the curve, well, over the curve onto the sidewalk. And I just rode the sidewalk back onto the road and went on home. But it was kind of scary because I'm like, when I see that, I was like, oh, I'm about to hit this curve and I'm going to flip over. But no, the wheel just ran over the curb. I didn't lose my balance or anything, and I just ran on the sidewalk, got back on the road, and took on off. And I bet the people behind me was like, what is he doing? But yeah, that's what happened to me today, guys. That's what happened to me. And before I even got there, you know, I have a motorcycle where you have to make sure you have the button in the on position for the motorcycle to start. And it must have been too early, because I was out there trying to start the motorcycle, and it wouldn't start. And I was like, why is my motorcycle not starting? I'm looking to see if I got gas leaking or something. And finally, after about 10 minutes, I said, Chris, you do not have your ignition on. So anyway, let's see how it's looking. I'm gonna go back out here. I'm gonna hit F4 again. Go down to vehicle spawner. Go until I see FBI. And spawn it in. I'm just gonna do it right here. There we go. You see how they look now, guys? There we go. There we go. Okay, car, you can go on by. So you see how bright they look now? I hit down, siren to cut on. I hit B again. Hit B one more time. Hit B again. And go back. Now I'm gonna hit B one more time. Now I'm gonna hit up on the directional pad. And you got two sirens going off simultaneously. I'm gonna hit left on the directional pad and cut all that off. Okay, guys, so there you go. We installed LSPDFr with the Ragplugin hook. We installed the Chevy Impala in the FBI spots. And remember, if you want it in a police spot or a sheriff spot, the only thing you have to do is make sure you punch in police or sheriff. Leave the .ytd or the .yft. Leave all of those. But yeah, there you go. Alright, hope this video helped you. And you guys, peace out. Have a great day.